Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever started a painting and thought, oh wow, this is going to be gorgeous? That was me, blissfully adding the blue watercolor, sprinkling some salt onto the page, watching those beautiful little patterns bloom across the page like tiny frozen fireworks. Everything was calm, magical, and honestly, suspiciously perfect. But little did I know this painting had plans, and none of them involved cooperating with me. Today I'm taking you through the watercolour and salt piece that started like a dream, and then, thanks to the heat, acrylics and some very dramatic Posca pens, turned into a full-blown art adventure. So layer one, I'd laid down the blue watercolour wash, and it moved across the page like it'd been waiting its whole life for this moment. Smooth, calm, perfect. Then came the ground salt, sprinkled gently, like a bit of seasoning over a very artistic dinner. And the patterns it made as it dried were absolutely gorgeous. Little frosty blooms, soft starbursts. Everything was behaving exactly the way watercolour should act if you're adding some salt. Again, layer two, also a total angel. I added field lines, tree shapes, soft greens drifting into the blue. It dried beautifully. No streaks, no drama, no chaos. At this point, I was convinced the painting and I were in complete harmony. But this was just before the storm. I'd added my tree lines, I'd added my fields, I'd waited for everything to dry nicely, so I was ready for the next layer. And then, the moment everything changes, the moment the painter decided it had had enough cooperating with me. So I grabbed my gold acrylic, and it gives a really dramatic shimmer, this does. And this is the part that usually makes a piece look intentional and elevated. So I started adding gold to the branches, the trunks, and edging the fields, and immediately realised the heat of the day was about to become the villain of this story. The paint didn't glide, it didn't shimmer, it didn't behave. It sort of dragged and scratched. It dried mid-stroke like it was racing me to the finish line. It was a complete and utter disaster. So I'm trying to drag that paint up, but it was having none of it. Every line I tried to paint broke apart into patchy little streaks, like the gold was desperately trying to escape the brush. I'd load the brush, touch the paper, and the paint would just seize, instantly dry, instantly stubborn, instantly chaotic. I was going to add some more gold to the paint, but I thought, no, let's grab the Posca pen and let's outline with that instead. So this bit was going okay. I was happily just filling in, following the lines, adding some lines here and there, and just enhancing those fields. And then I grabbed the white Posca pen. Normally this is a lifesaver, crisp lines, clean highlights, zero drama, but not today. The moment the tip touched the paper, the ink didn't flow, and then it suddenly pulled. It gathered itself into tiny white blobs instead of the dots I was after. So then I thought, well, let's grab my black fine Posca pen and let's just outline those blobs. Maybe they won't look as blobby as they were. So just adding that lovely black lines there. And then I just thought, well, I've got the black pen in my hand. Let's just add some little lines going across this white streak here. Really enjoying myself, back into the moment. The stress had gone away temporarily. So just adding the details onto the tree. Thought it'd be nice to outline the trees, add a little bit of drama, that little bit of a shadow that goes around them, and then adding some details onto the trunks, etc. It was like it was having a bit of a protest. I tried to make nice, clean kind of dots, but no, we ended up with a load of blobs. It was admittedly a little bit scratchy because I'd still got some of the salt on the page, but I wasn't worrying too much about it. I felt a little bit more relieved, a little bit more calmer. So I was just outlining, following the shapes that I've already got down. and adding some details to those fields. Starting to feel all nice and calm again, just adding those lovely lines there. And then the black Posca pen decided to play up. You can see there it's just pulled and it keeps pulling. And I'm thinking, oh no, what shall I do? And I'm all of a dither. So then I decided to just grab the pen and drag that paint across. I didn't know what else to do. It looked such a mess. And again, it was happening here. So again, I dragged that paint across the page there. And I think it worked out all right. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you thought of this. And do you ever have this where you have these fails and you feel all stressed out and you don't know where it's going to go or what's happening or can you pull it back? I don't know, was really stressing me out. It just felt like a full-on paint eruption. I tried to make a neat mark. I tried to steady my hand. I tried to pretend this was fine. The ink spread, smeared and oozed across the page like it was auditioning for a disaster movie. At that point, I realised I had two choices, panic or commit. So I dragged the paint across the page and declared it as a feature. A bold artistic choice, a bit of a dramatic flourish. So then I decided that I'd outline the page. I was having a problem here getting the ink out, a bit scared it was going to pool again. Just dragging that paint down the page before I heated up the tape and then removed all of that lovely tape. And I thought because I hadn't enjoyed myself that much with this, it'd been a little bit stressful, that I wanted to continue, but I didn't want to continue on the actual page. So I thought, well, let's just make a nice border, nice feature of a border. And that looked really nice once I've got the mount around it, I thought. And maybe your eye wouldn't be attracted to the blobby bits. So I'm just adding that border going round, and it's really easy to do, just a few lines here and there, and it just gives a really nice finish to your painting. So just finishing off here, and then I will bring this up to the screen so you can see in a little bit more detail. And here you can see all my little blobs and all my little mistakes, but actually I think it turned out okay. I think once I've put the mount round it, it really does look quite nice. So I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.